My name is Couchcoop, and if there is one message to get over with this video, it is always check that Epic store. There's two blinding local co-op games on there. That's Sydney All Guns Blazing, which I'll link. Astro Duel 2, unbelievably good PvP local game. Dead Island 2 just dropped. I mean, it's a no-brainer to just have that account. It costs absolutely nothing. As much as I despise Fortnite, those profits have helped the average gamer massively. And we're going to look at Deliver Us from Evil. It's not called that. Deliver at all costs. Available on just about everything. Released on the 22nd of May. Is it Couch Co-op? Couch Co-op? Couch Coop. My name's Couch Coop. No, it's not, but that's it. I'm out. If you hang around, I've got an identical game that's got the isometric system and is also 4-player local. So stay tuned.
Jeez. Oh, come on. Mr. Palmer left the car in reverse. Okay, let's give it another try.
It pulls a right little cheeky one on you. First button pushed of the game. Once you get in that car, it reverses the controls. I want your feedback. If you go through this again, try the reverse trigger button as your acceleration to see if you still go back into that house. But I'm pretty sure that is a destructive environment flex, just showing you how much can be Red Faction gorilla'd. Dang, your references are getting a little bit obscure.
Huh. Okay.
Set in that era, what Michael J. Fox went back to in that film with the DeLorean. It was a gull-winged Volkswagen Scirocco. I am aware it was pronounced DeLorean. It was a Scottish car, actually. Probably the most famous of the Scottish vehicles. Now, enough divulging. Tell us how this game works. Well, it's a fascinating control scheme. It actually gives you an option to have a dumbed down version of what it intends, and that is clock face controls, meaning that it never adjusts depending on what direction you're going in. You always exist on this left stick analog control, moving that car around, accelerations on the triggers. It feels well good. If you are of high rank and elder, you will have grown up with this control system. Most of the early games, top-down and isometric, obeyed it, and it is etched into my brain where I just instantly get back into it and enjoy it as well. That camera is a little close, but you have two adjustment angle views, which is okay. It helps with seeing past buildings if you become obscured, but it isn't a free-roaming pan, annoyingly, that annoyed me. But there is so much humour, like Destroy All Humans level of hilarity, and you can't actually kill anybody, but they will get so ticked off that they chase you with chainsaws and just ruin your car. It's all about the wheels popping off and you having to stop your delivery, nip out, pop new ones back on. This will ruin your time if you're going for a decent score. So it is worth not hitting pedestrians. The algorithm's listening to that, isn't it? And it's thinking, uh-oh, he's going on the list. You might well have seen clips of this game on social media. I certainly have. And I pair this up with another isometric called The Precinct, which is coming out soon. It is out, I think, on early access on some levels. That looks really interesting. You're playing as a policeman / woman, body type A, body type B. And it looks to be a lot more crime related. Well, the name probably gives that away. So that may well be on the channel soon as well. Yeah, that wasn't too painful, was it? I thought you said you had some muscle memory left from the 80s or something for this. But this the reversing that messes with my left and right. I barely know my left and right going forwards. I rewatched that Atlas Reign of Sands review the other day, and I get the UI reference completely the wrong way around the whole way through the video. And no one's pulled me up on it. Yes, I have taken my driving theory test about 16 times. Now let's talk about these destructible environments. I think that's the seller. It's amazing. I love everything being dissipated. The lampposts, the trees, tiny little things that are knocking around, which it puts down deliberately. Think when a car smashes through some dustbins and boxes, just like in the Hollywood when it was good. car, the truck that you get given at the start, is ridiculously lurchy, so it will purposely be quite difficult to get off the line without going at high speed too quickly. And the melon transportation mission is awesome. I'm pretty sure that's a Dirty Dancing reference. And there is a lot of get in and out of the vehicle. I didn't see that in the clips. You're dealing with apparatus, climbing ladders, starting up machinery, and then come the cool tools that accompany your vehicle, one of which being a winch. You also have a crane, and just about everything you transport has some sort of unique effect on the vehicle, or you've got to be careful, there'll be falling rocks. It's a big variety on mission type. Also be reminded that this game is only 4GB, and on the options menu you have an overhead map. It's not the biggest of islands, it's not exactly Death Stranding, but it's got quite a lot of submissions, little side quests, people in distress, a cat needs rescuing. You guys know the drill. It isn't just an A to B delivery game, it's trying to sort of push a backstory as well, which does revolve around nuclear missiles and that whole sort of Cold War scare that the 50s were leaning into. Generally, on the reference front, there's quite a few, and this one is a Tremors reference, which is amazing. That film is probably worth a rewatch. There's your homework for the week.
There are monstrous worms right beneath us. The kind that gulp you down before you can even blink.
There is also an economy and upgrades. There's money everywhere in these crates, so it does pay off to drive like a lunatic, but you can get out of the car and smash them manually. You can also respawn your car during a mission as well, but you get penalised for that on the end of score screen, end of game score screen. That screen what comes up at the end of the mission and that.
I want to see it in action.
Your wish is my command.
So the front end is a little bit handholdy. You're doing your missions, you're getting through some story sections, and you're getting to see the map. It sort of takes you quite far out to see some of the more extravagant sections. But there is a load screen on quite a lot of the regions, which I was surprised at. It's very quick though, and this is on my SSD, and performance-wise, default to high, 60 frames per second, beautiful.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
Consider my mind blown.
Back to that precinct reference, I would like to have seen a bit more authority, a bit more punishment for being bad in the city. The residents chasing after you with chainsaws and kicking you and stuff is okay, but that may be something that gets put in towards mid-game and probably about 4 or 5 hours into this. The Marlin mission is gold, it's absolute gold. You have to drive around with a giant fish, it gets hungry, you have to find its food, otherwise it blows up the vehicle. Someone at this studio has some damn good ideas and a decent sense of humour. Two things you don't see in the same place in video games too often nowadays. No pressure, Borderlands 4.
It's gotta be perfect, you know?
Quick, stop the truck! It's not on the flatbed. It's gone.
This has got to be a reference thinking about it. It's got to be, but it's not Jaws. There was no Marlin transportation in that film, I'm pretty sure. Help me out with that one, guys, because the next mission coming up has got the most blatant reference in it, and it is glorious.
I guess my secret's not so secret.
So verdict on this, 3000% Epic Store free, get it downloaded today or take a nanosecond due to its size. It will be on Game Pass and Extra, you know it will. If you really like what you see here, you're very into the isometric and the sort of retro twist, then go for it. What was that local co-op you promised at the start to try and keep everyone engaged for the entire video? That is called Super Pixel Racers. Before I show you some of the footage, I do want you to crank it up for the intro of that game. Now, I hear a lot of video game intros, obviously, and this one is a tiny little indie game from 2018, but check out how hard it bangs.
Damn.
and you wonder why you're sat at 22,000 subscribers. Super Pixel Racers is a mammoth in the local co-op sphere. The 4-player PvP is ridiculously good. It's got a NOS mechanic identical to Burnout, so you've got to be reckless to get that boost. I've played this game with mates. Its mechanics are so tight, massive full-blown arguments have spilled out because of skullduggery on the final straights, that sort of stuff. So worth the look. Sony, Switch, and Microsoft. It also sits proudly on my top racer list, which I will annotate right now and link in the description. I am still working my way through Doom 2016 for that 2025 review on the PlayStation 5. There's a few surprises in there. My name was, of course, Couch Coop, and I will see you down there again. 2 theirs. I'll edit one of them out.